Narcissistic abuse. Hurts. There's no way around it. It's a unique kind of pain, isn't it? It's not a clean break or a sudden impact. It's a slow, creeping erosion. A quiet dismantling of who you are, piece by piece, so subtle you barely notice it's happening. It's the constant feeling of walking on eggshells in your own home, the exhausting mental gymnastics of trying to predict their moods, the creeping doubt that whispers, maybe you're the one who's crazy. But then, one day, something shifts. Maybe you read an article, or hear a podcast, or a friend gently uses a word you've never considered before, narcissist, and suddenly the fog begins to lift. That's the moment. The painful, clarifying moment, when you realize they're a narcissist. And once you have that word, that framework, you know what to expect. You can finally see the pattern in the chaos. You know the gaslighting isn't your faulty memory, it's a tactic. You know the silent treatments aren't because you did something wrong, they're a tool for control. You know the rage-filled outbursts have nothing to do with the burnt toast and everything to do with their fragile ego. You know you can't trust them. You understand that their promises are hollow, their apologies are just a means to an end, and their love was conditional at best. You know it was a facade. That whole beautiful beginning, the love-bombing phase where they mirrored your soul and made you feel like the only person in the world, you realize it was a performance, a meticulously crafted illusion designed to lure you in. And grieving that illusion, grieving the person you thought they were, the future you thought you had, that is a profound and lonely sorrow. And yes, their lies hurt. Of course they do. Their smear campaigns still sting. It's bewildering to hear the person who once claimed to adore you now twist your words, invent stories, and paint you as the villain to anyone who will listen. It's a deep betrayal, but healing allows you to build a fortress around that part of your heart. It allows you to realize it's not me, and a narcissist is going to do what a narcissist is going to do. Their behavior, while painful, becomes predictable. You can almost set your watch by it, but you know what you don't expect? The second wave, the collateral damage, the unexpected betrayals that hit you when you're already down. You don't expect people to question whether it was really that bad. The subtle invalidation from those who say, well, there are two sides to every story, or, but they've always been so charming to me. They don't see the mask you saw slip. Their casual dismissal feels like a fresh layer of gaslighting, making you question your own reality all over again. You don't expect friends to disown you. People you shared secrets and laughter with suddenly go silent. You see them rally around the narcissist, becoming their defenders, their flying monkeys. Your calls go unanswered. You're quietly removed from the group chat. You see photos of them all together, smiling, and the ache of exclusion is breathtaking. You don't expect people you don't even know to make a negative judgment about you. Strangers on the periphery, colleagues, acquaintances, they hear the narcissist's carefully crafted narrative, and they believe it, without question. You can feel their stares, their whispers. You feel your reputation, something you built over a lifetime, being stolen and rewritten by someone else's lies. And the deepest cut of all, you don't expect your own family choosing the narcissist over you. The people who are supposed to be your unconditional safe harbor. They might do it to keep the peace, or because they can't handle the conflict, or because they too are manipulated by the narcissist's charm. But the reason doesn't matter when the result is the same. You are sacrificed. You don't expect people you do know and thought you could trust turning their backs on you. The friends you confided in, the family members who saw your tears, the ones who said, I'm here for you. Their silence is the loudest sound in the world. Their abandonment confirms your deepest fear, that you are utterly alone in this. Those are the hurts that keep you up at night. The narcissist's abuse was a storm, but this is the haunting quiet of the aftermath. These are the betrayals that shake you to your core. They make you question everything you thought you knew about loyalty, about friendship, about love. They make you feel alone and rejected in a way that is primal and terrifying. They leave you feeling abandoned and worthless, as if the rejection from so many people must mean something is fundamentally wrong with. These are the wounds that keep you ruminating years and decades later, replaying every conversation, every interaction, searching for the moment it all went wrong. It's so painful to know you gave your authentic self to people who would one day not even be willing to hear your side, aka the truth. You showed up as you. You were vulnerable and honest. You opened your heart, shared your dreams, and offered your loyalty without reservation. All while you were being abused and didn't even realize it. And then, once the abuse surfaces, those same people you spent time with, went on vacations with, made memories with, don't believe you. And even worse, they reject you, completely flip their opinion of you, and side with the narcissist. Like they never even knew you at all. Like you were never a part of their family. Like they forgot all the times you were there for them, all the support you gave, all the history you shared. Like you meant nothing to them. Like your words hold absolutely no weight. Some of them listen to you, nod sympathetically, and still don't believe you. They offer empty platitudes while their eyes are filled with doubt. And others refuse to even speak to you and unquestionably believe the narcissist's narrative about you. You become a wall of silence, a closed door you can no longer knock on. I know in my healing journey, these are the things that still weigh heavy on my heart. To know some people believe you're a bad person, and there's nothing you can say that will change their mind. It's a feeling of profound powerlessness. But you know what this has taught me? It has taught me where true power lies. It's not in convincing others. It's not in winning the argument or clearing your name in the court of public opinion. The journey back to yourself begins when you stop looking for validation outside and start cultivating it within. It starts with boundaries. Not as walls to punish others, but as fences to protect your own peace. It might be the small boundary of refusing to discuss the narcissist with mutual acquaintances. It might be the bigger boundary of low contact, limiting interactions to only what is necessary. And for many, it's the ultimate act of self-preservation, no contact. Cutting the cord not out of hate, but out of a deep, radical love for yourself and your right to a peaceful life. It continues with reclaiming your story. This is where journaling becomes a lifeline. Writing it all down, the good, the bad, the confusing. It's not just venting, it's creating a concrete record of your reality. A testament that pushes back against the gaslighting. Each word you write is an act of defiance, a declaration that your experience was real. You are the author of your own truth, and it blossoms in community. After being so isolated, finding people who is like breathing fresh air for the first time. Whether it's a therapist who can provide tools and validation, or a support group of fellow survivors who nod in recognition because they've lived it too. Being seen, heard, and believed without having to defend yourself, that is where the deepest healing happens. And through this process, a quiet shift occurs. You start to realize, I don't need them to believe I'm a good person for me to know it's true. Their opinion of me is a reflection of them, their limitations, their choices. It is not a reflection of my worth. I have to believe myself more than anyone else. Because at the end of the day, when the noise fades and the world is quiet, I have to live with me. I have to live with my choices, my integrity. I have to live with the truth. And I know that truth. It lives in my bones. It's the steady rhythm of my own heart. And I know that. I'm not who they think. I'm not who they say. I didn't do what they say I did. I know me, and that knowing is unshakable. It's the solid ground beneath your feet after the earthquake. It's the compass that points you back to yourself. Your healing is yours, your truth is yours, and you are not alone. And I hope you can hold that space for you too.